We'll be going over how to use two different data sets in the program to create a certain radius around each point in a data set, pull all the points from the other data set into a list, and then also how to segment that redefined list. So what I have here is I have two data sets. I have a data set of Walmarts all across the United States. I made the icons really small so that we could see them on the map. And then I have another data set called dealers. So my goal is to create a 30-mile radius around all those red triangles, query just those Walmarts that are within that 30-mile radius circle, and then step 2 is to identify that dealer that is closest to those points. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my market analysis tool. This thing that looks like a bow and arrow target at the top. And we click on that, and we're going to do the feature that says search data from multiple locations, create or edit a marketing list. A marketing list is a subset of points taken from the larger set. So I'm going to click next, and I'm using my dealers data set to create those rings. So I'm going to just do a 30-mile radius. I'm going to check the box because I want some circles on the map, and then I'll just make it pink so it stands out a little bit, and we'll click next. Next, we want to find, what points do we want to find within these circles, and I want to find the Walmarts within these circles. Give it a marketing list name, so I'm going to do Walmarts within 30 miles of dealers. And click create. And now, in my data window, I can see that I have 251 out of a possible 4,600. I'm going to check this box called filter data on map to make all the other points go away. So this is a list of all of the Walmarts that are within 30 miles of any dealer. I could export that to a CSV with this button on the end. But I want to take it a step further. So I'm going to zoom in. Let's go right down to Kansas here. And I'm going to click on a point just for a reference. So we'll look at this one at 3030 North Rock Road as a reference. So the next thing I'm going to do is we want to add the dealer name to this Walmart data set. So my dealer is named Information Packaging Systems. So I want this name to appear with this data. So what I'm going to do is run through market analysis again with a different tool. So I'm going to click that market analysis. This time I'm going to choose find nearest store or pickup location for each customer and calculate the distances. So I'll click next. The top data set is the data set that we want to add these columns to. So I'm going to set this to Walmarts within 30 miles. And then the dealers is going to be my second one because that's where I'm getting the information from. I'm going to set it as no max distance. My header can be store. That's fine. We'll click next. So now we can see, looking at that 3030 North Rock Road, that the closest store, in this case dealer, is Information Packaging Systems. And if it matters, we can see that it's about 9 miles away as the crow flies. So as we go through our list, we're going to see the closest dealer to each of these individual Walmart store locations. So that should accomplish what you're looking for. The only thing that could throw a curveball into this is if you have overlapping rings. So if you have two dealers, my red triangles, if they're within 30 miles of each other and create multiple rings, that can cause an issue. It's going to always show you the closest store, but it could possibly throw a curveball. So this is great if the points are all spread out, in this case, dealers are spread out. And then finally, we can export this to Excel as a CSV file format, and then you'll have all of your Walmart store locations with the closest dealer, and then you can use some Excel magic to sort that information if you need. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please let me know.